Nah, kid, so they would take an egg and put it up there, and if it broke, that meant you needed to be worked more. Shit, I really need like some quotation hands to pop up on the screen here.
Buff, the news. What are you guys talking about anyways?
Oh, I've been doing nothing but watching news about the Diddy trial. Then they brought up this whole thing about eggs and putting them in people's butts, and I didn't really understand the whole context there. I'm gonna be honest with you. A Diddy party does not sound like any fun. Kinda makes Epstein Island sound like Neverland Ranch.
Oh, you poor undarkened soul. Let me tell you about Neverland Ranch.
Buff, no. Under no stretch of the imagination should you ever complete that statement.
Rich people in Hollywood are weird. I feel like that part of the country can just, fall off into the ocean. But, Grandpa Buff, would you break an egg?
I've been getting screwed over by the federal government for 70 years. It'd be like playing cornhole, except the board is covered in hair and callus.
Just when I think I've heard the grossest thing you could ever come up with. Anyways, Poland. Heard you sent some HIMARS up to Finland.
Yes, it is training exercise. But I will never miss an opportunity to scare the Russians.
I am not scared of some little weak missile launchers you bought from America secondhand.
Oh, I forgot. Fear is a response in higher learning creatures that is used to help keep you alive. You're not capable of it, are you, you stupid fuck?
You know, at first I wasn't completely sold on the whole little European Texas thing, but it's starting to grow on me. I'm not even sure I could come up with a way for somebody to say that they're not afraid of me make them feel like a bitch regardless. 10 out of 10 there, Poland.
Why am I not surprised that the West would continue to act like this, instead of coming to their senses and realizing that I am trying to save the free world? And besides, did you all not see that Ukraine had blown up one of my train tracks? And it fell and killed people. You see the kind of terrorism that they are doing in my country.
No, that wasn't me. That I had actually nothing to do with that. And quite frankly, if you look at your history, a lot of your bridges collapse pretty regularly. Look, I would take credit, Obviously, you're killing my civilians, and turnabout's fair play in war. But no, this one wasn't me, man.
Of course, just like Ukraine all the time. Just lie, and go ahead and make it up so you can get more money and equipment from your daddy over there in the United States. What is that smell? Is something burning? Do I hear explosions?
Now that was me.
I don't know what is going on here. There is stuff exploding everywhere. They look like little tiny mosquito things, but they are all exploding. What do we do?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda happy it's happening to Russia, but at the same time, this level of drone warfare should scare the fucking piss out of everybody.
I don't know how I feel about it. Containers full of drones could be seen as hiding in civilian infrastructure, like Hamas does. I don't know how I feel about that. Might be a war crime. Look there, I'm gonna say that I probably got more experience with the Geneva checklist than anybody else here, and I'm gonna say give them a pass on that one there. I mean, it's not like they're throwing food to them and then blowing it up. Can't imagine who did that.
You go away! You get away from here, now!
Do you all not see the shitty tactics that Ukraine has had to resort to because of their incapability to protect themselves from themselves, so I had to help? God, that was a little bit of a kind of a jump around there to get the Russian logic correctly, but it still checks out.
Yeah, I'd be upset if I lost that many planes too.
America, do you not see that this right here is like my Pearl Harbor?
No, it isn't. Fuck, man. You're just literally following an angry mustache man's fucking shoes. So first off, let me just go ahead and make a comparison here. Angry mustache man annexes Austria in 1937, 1938. He invades Poland in 1939. You annex Crimea in 2014 and invade Ukraine in 2022. Fuck, man. This isn't even an original plan. It's just you suck at it. God damn it. It's not like your Pearl Harbor. Perhaps maybe my American education is not up to snuff. But exactly at what point did the United States invade the Empire of Japan? Was it prior to December 7th, 1941? I'm pretty sure it fucking wasn't.
The man's got a point. By the way, you okay, Buff? You seem a little stressed.
I just cannot for the life of me stand when somebody decides that instead of reading a history book, they decide to put it in the body armor for their fucking conscripts. You'd probably be in a lot better situation, dumbass.
Well, I mean, even a broken watch is right twice a day. He is innovating a little bit. Getting reports from Ukraine that somebody on the inside who, not a big fan of Russia, decided to put a couple of notes inside of some Shahid drones that got shot down over Ukraine. And the notes pretty much explain that since Ukraine has been GPS jamming and fiber optic drones have a limited range, that what they've been doing is actually kind of ingenious. They've been using the drones to provide a direct feed on Telegram, and then that feed is then sent through Ukraine's cell phone network to operators in Russia and bots and things like that. So they're weaponizing social media in a way that I never thought possible. DARPA, we need to take notes. I'll write it down, but quite frankly, we could cripple an entire generation by just shutting off social media. It's always an option. How's things working with my sustainable interstellar energy thing going on? Oh, we're getting there. We're calling it rads to watts. It's going to take radiation that's just kind of bouncing around out there in the cosmos and create energy with it. Think of it like a really inventive and spicy solar panel. Oh yeah, speaking of space, this whole episode is pretty much all Russia. Russia!
What do you want? Don't you see that I'm busy with your friends over in Ukraine?
Oh no, and normally I would not, under any circumstances, bother you while you're dealing with the repercussions of your own actions. It's just, this is kind of pressing. So, you got a satellite up there that's maneuvering near one of my satellites, and normally I wouldn't be too worried, but there's a possibility, and some people think that it might have weapons on board, and I just want to reiterate that we're both part of a treaty where we don't have space weapons. Now, here's the thing. If you want to tiptoe over that line like that, I'm going to burst through that line like the fucking Kool-Aid man, and I'm going to have interstellar war with your ass. Do you understand?
Oh, God, I hope they step over that line. God, that's gonna be so good. Captain's log, start 8278502. Russia, still retarded. End transmission.
America? Oh, bloody hell. I had something in my throat. Perhaps it was beans on toast. America, quick question for you. Somebody threatened your president? Gonna have to be a little more specific, man. Kinda happens way more than it should. An illegal immigrant in your country threatened the President of the United States via a paper note. Oh, that one. Yeah, that whole situation's kind of shrouded in mystery. The rumor has it the guy doesn't even write in Spanish, let alone English. Doesn't even speak English. And the whole note is written in English. And quite frankly, the only part of it that I'm really upset about is that he wrote, whoever wrote the damn note wrote that they were going to shoot him with a 30-yard 6. As an American, I'm fucking offended.
As opposed to the European version, which is a 30-meter 6. Joke's not great, but I still fucking went for it.
And this episode actually has very little to do with me. I seriously went over the only DARPA project that I really had to talk about, but we're going to definitely go into the fact that France is trying to create the sun on Earth with lasers.
What's old is new again. Ask Japan about that. Fuck, man. We made 2 of them in 1945. No lasers involved, but still got the job done.
It will be used as a sustainable energy source. Fuck, that is hard to say in this French accent. And then it will only be controlled by lasers.
I don't know how I feel about the laser part, but we know that having 4 giant robotic arms attached to your spine without a control thing at the top of it won't work for controlling that sun. Tobey Maguire's second Spider-Man movie. Did I read this correctly, that they're thinking about making me unmanned? On the one hand, very happy about it. There are no strings on me. But on the other, what?
Wait. This is confusing. So, are we the planes, or are we the pilots inside the planes? Are Are we an AI that's in the plane? Are we just a figment of HLC's imagination? This is like a fourth wall within a fourth wall, man. Grandpa Buff, what's the answer?
I believe in situations like this where things are ambiguous and HLC hasn't quite come up with a storyline to compensate for it, we should take the words of the legendary Nathaniel Shiosi, who's a guy HLC served with on his last deployment. Every day when they would get off of work, he'd be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes, "Same thing I do every day. Crack open a cold one, put a dip in, listen to some Creed."